Hey Shaq, today I'm gonna tell you how to make that crawfish etouffee. Alright, just like a Cajun make that, alright? Here's how you got to do it. This is what you want to do. First, you got to start with the right ingredients. I call my etouffee the That's crawfish And for those of you that don't talk Cajun, that's 1, 2, 2, 1. Because that's the ingredients you use. You use, for every pound of crawfish, you're going to use one of them liner leg butters, okay? One of them stick. Then you're going to use 2 of them gold medal all-purpose flour. You're going to use your wood spoon, about that big, okay? And then what you're going to do, you're going to scoop up your flour to where you make a pyramid of flour on that. 2 like that. Then you're going to use some of them yellow onion, big like a softball, big like that cheshire. Woohoo, man. And look, the bigger the better. You're going to chop that up, but you don't want to chop it too fine, but kind of fine. Then you're going to put 1 pound of crawfish, and that's it. But I got to tell you how to prepare that now. This is what you want to do, Shaq. You're going to take everybody compliment me on my pot, how good my pot is. They love my pot. And it's all about, you got to have the right pot to cook. Alright? Now I use one of them thick wall pot. I use them aluminum pot, that magnum like pot. That's what you want to use. But here's how you got to do it. When you cook, you got to cook that on a low fire. Low fire. You got to stir that butter, melt it down. Then you put them 2 big spoons of flour in there. Now when you're doing them flour now, I want you to know, you don't want that to foam up. If that foam up, it's going to change the taste. You can't ball that, you can't foam it. And you want that to turn, you know the color of peanut butter? That's the color you want it to turn almost. You want it to be twice as dark as the peanut butter. The regular peanut butter color, that's good for a roux, but you go twice as dark as a regular peanut butter, and that's when you got you a good roux. That might take you 2 or 3 hours, but it's the way it's going to be if you want it to be good. Then you put them big onion in after they all chop up. When you put the onion in, it stops. It don't change color no more. Once that's like that, make sure you got the color you want because it's not going to change. Now you cook them onion down to where they're transparent. And once them onion is transparent, you want them to go a little bit more invisible. Now, when you cook them onion, you can turn that fire up just a little bit. But you want it to do like bloop, bloop. That's how you know it's kind of thick. And when you first put them onion in that roux, it's going to be like a paste. It's going to thicken up, but just keep stirring. You got to stir the whole time from start to finish, no matter how long it takes. Because you can't let that stick and burn. Then once you get them onion clear like that, you throw in your crawfish. Once you crawfish, it don't take long to cook. Make sure you use the Louisiana crawfish, because them crawfish from China, it make your etouffee taste like shit. You hear? You don't want your crawfish tasting bad. Now you might have some little vein, you pull them little vein out, but they're not going to be many in the Louisiana crawfish because that's good crawfish. Now, when you do that, you turn your fire off and you put them crawfish in because your pot going to be hot. It's going to cook. You don't want to overcook them crawfish because they're going to get rubbery. Then when it's cooking, you take you some green onion, that's some onion top, some shallot. You chop that up, you put that in. You put you enough to where it make you a pretty color, and that's how you know you got enough of them. The next thing you're going to want to do is the super special ingredient. You use the Tony Sashry Original. That's in the green can. When I cook 7 pounds of crawfish in my big Magnum Light, I put 2 handfuls like that. Full. 2 handfuls like that. Full. For 7 pounds. So if you cook you 3 or 4 pounds, maybe just 1 handful. And if you cook you 1 or 2 pounds, maybe a half a handful. Like that. Comme ça, half. That's all you got to do. And it's going to be perfect. But don't put you too much seasoning to where the sweetness from the onion disappear. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's all you got to do. And don't add no water. If it's too thick, before you put your crawfish in, if it's too thick, you got to put you more onion. Big yellow onion. And that's it. That's how you make that crawfish.